Police have thieves in the street. Oh yeah.
Find yourself in a low place like home.
Hi YouTube, it's me Aisha, and you have just opened up a video on my Black Moon Lilith through the sign series, and this one is in the particular sign of Cancer. It's kind of why I look all cuddly right now, because hell, it's Cancer. Okay, so Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Cancer. Okay, to give just a bit of a background on Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith to me represents a certain kind of female. It's an archetype. It's a female archetype. Lilith would not be subservient to Adam, the divine masculine. She's the divine feminine, and he's the divine masculine. And they were both created equal. Adam was created out of pure dust, and Lilith was created out of impure sediment. They are both created equal, but they are different. Obviously, men and women are different. I really think, I can go as far as to say that they were twin flames, and they were opposites, but together they would create a unified whole in a complete and divine harmony. What she did was she ran, which is very typical of twin flames. So it was a very strong, powerful move, okay? She went against God's wishes and held her own, despite the negative consequences. She definitely did not compromise her integrity. Moon Lilith in Cancer, to me, I think that this is a very painful placement for Lilith, specifically because it draws on some of the most negative and darkest parts of the myth. The darkest parts of the myth being Lilith's vengeful nature. Was when she left the Garden of Eden and she left her husband, she was asked by 3 angels to return, and she refused. Because of her refusal, she happened to be copulating with demons when she left. It was made that hundreds of her demon-chilled babies would be killed each day. So, I mean, I can't imagine that went well with her. So, with that, she said that, well, now I know my purpose. It is to harm newborn babies. And, I mean, that's terrible, but she relented in some way, compromised in some way. I won't harm them if they carry the amulet of the 3 angels who, I don't know their names, the 3 angels who asked her to go back. So that's a pretty dark part of the story, you know. It is said that she would strangle babies, so I think that myth is to explain the phenomenon of sudden infant death syndrome. Okay, so to continue on Lilith and Cancer. Now, I think there is a way to transcend this vengeful nature, which I think in Cancer it'll really come out, okay? When we're talking Black Moon Lilith in Cancer. Because Cancer is so tied to the past. Cancer is very sentimental and tied to the past. And it's extremely maternal. It's the feminine sign. So Cancer and Black Moon Lilith together is really, really painful. Black Moon Lilith here will always feel like something was robbed from her, and there'll be just vengeance, and some serious rage will come out. So Black Moon Lilith in Cancer will often be found to be manipulative, constantly playing on people's emotions in a subversive way, in a subtextual way, in a way that's not immediately detectable. They just be very manipulative in that way, and they can be codependent and extremely abusive. But like I was saying, okay, you can transcend this, you know, you can transcend these tendencies for Black Moon Lilith and Cancer. And I suggest the solution in this way. Black Moon Lilith is the divine feminine, like I said. In Cancer, it is a very feminine sign, extremely maternal. It brings to mind the female reproductive organs. The thing with the male energy is it exerts itself externally, and it's an outward external force, right? Feminine energy is passive, and it completely allows everything to just enter. Everything to just enter and pass. And because of this, I believe female energy can become one with everything. It's very mysterious. It's magical. It's pretty divine. Society has helped us to forget that. You know, how naturally mystical and compassionate and magical females are. So here is my solution to the vengeance and the rage that a Black Moon Lilith in Cancer can bring up, whether in transit or whether you have this natally and it's being affected and all that stuff. Tap into that energy, okay? Just allow yourself to not feel, so that one can be the void, be like the Lilith, and then just allow the energy to pass. Just everything. And it's not exactly an escape, but it's just being able to tap into a pure creative energy and to just create something new for itself. Now, Cancer is a cardinal sign, meaning that it is at the beginning of the season of summer. I believe that Cancer here can initiate something new. I also wanted to add one more thing, just because it just very much reminds me of it. I think a really, 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 really bad Black Moon Lilith in Cancer, an example of it would be the woman from Arizona who killed her ex-boyfriend by stabbing him, I think it was 50 times in the shower. Her name was Jodi Arias. Her ex-boyfriend was a Mormon, and she converted to Mormonism after meeting him. Basically, it didn't work out. The relationship did not work out. She could not let go, Cancer. And then she started tempting him and using her feminine weapon stuff and tempting him into, living a life of sin according to the religion by having sex outside of a marriage. And ultimately it ended in some crazy stuff. She killed him. That's of course a very extreme example of it. But yeah, that's kind of what it brings to mind, because I think here is a classic case of a scorned lover. I think she wanted to start a family, and she would not let go. Alright, so that's my take on Black Moon Lilith and Cancer. I hope it was really informative. I learned quite a lot too, thinking all of this over and conducting my research for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Like a one-armed man.